Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Productivity Boosters and Stress Reducers podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie Heeb, and I can't thank you enough for listening in. Each episode, I will discuss a new tip or trick that will help you to live a productive and efficient life, professionally and personally. If you're ready to find your productivity rhythm, relieve stress, and meet your goals faster, then this is the podcast for you. This podcast is sponsored by Your Choice Concierge, created to make your life easier by providing flexible, hourly, personal, and professional assistance. Let us handle your busy tasks so you can focus on what's important. You can learn more about Your Choice Concierge by clicking the link in the description. Today, we're unlocking a routine that can truly transform your days. We are diving into evening and nighttime routines. Now, you may be thinking, how does my evening routine transform my day? But it really does make a big difference. How you end your day determines how the next day begins. It only seemed natural to cover this topic since the last episode was about morning routines that set you up for success. So, today we'll walk through the science, the specific steps, and the simple rituals that create a calm mind, reduce or eliminate your morning overwhelm, and set you up for a clear tomorrow. In the last episode, we discussed how powerful those morning routines are. But today, I want you to think of your evening routine as the foundation for that success. Your brain doesn't just switch into productivity mode first thing in the morning. It actually starts winding down the night before. Your evenings set the mental state of your next day. If your night ends with chaos, unfinished tasks, or mental clutter, your morning will inherit that. That's why a truly clear tomorrow starts the night before. Think about it. You wake up rested, not reactive. You know what your top priorities are. You're mentally prepared and you're not scrambling. But it is important to note that it's not about doing more at night. It's about doing the right things that set you up for clarity and calm. There's a neurological reason this works. As you wind down your day, your brain transitions from alert mode into rest mode. If your evening is chaotic, your brain can't make that switch effectively. In most cases, you will wake up with the residual stress, racing thoughts, or indecision. A solid evening routine will prevent this and also helps reduce your stress hormones at night. It will improve your sleep quality. It gives your brain a sense of closure and it primes your executive function for the morning. So, in short, a good night clears your inner desk so you can start fresh tomorrow. So, what are the elements of the ideal evening routine? Let's break it down into some manageable, practical steps. You don't have to do all of these every night, but each one contributes to that clarity and peace. So let's start with mentally closing your day. Ask yourself, what did I finish today? What do I need to carry forward? And what can I let go of until tomorrow? Write down any lingering thoughts so that they're not just rattling around in your mind at 2 a.m. Let's be honest, we've all been there. You can even designate a notebook specifically for writing it all down and helping you keep track of things you still need to take care of at some point. If you know me or you've listened to this podcast before, then you know I love lists. I wouldn't be able to function without writing things down. Doing this creates a physiological endpoint. And if you didn't know, our brains love endings. The next thing that is critical for a successful evening routine is reviewing the next day's priorities. So grab that notebook or a planner or a digital calendar and take just 3 to 5 minutes to review your top goals for tomorrow. Keep it short, keep it focused, and keep it intentional. Ask yourself, what are my 1 to 3 top priorities? What's the one most important thing? And what might block me or slow me down, and how can I avoid it? By identifying these the night before, you're starting with clarity. Once that's done, you're ready to focus on your body. More specifically, calming your body with a winding down routine. Remember, productivity isn't just mental, it's also physical. A calm nervous system sets the tone for a clear morning. Some calming rituals you can try include gentle stretching or breath work, a warm drink like herbal tea or warm milk, a tech curfew is very important, and I'll touch on this more in just a minute, or some dim lighting. These are going to give your body the cues it needs to know that rest is coming. If you're unsure what will work best for you, try them all. This isn't one size fits all. Now let's jump back to that tech curfew I mentioned. It is important to disconnect with intent. Screens before bed, especially emails, social media, or news, can keep your brain in high alert. Setting a tech curfew, even 60 minutes before sleep, can make a huge difference. Use that time for quiet activities instead. Seriously, those last 60 minutes influence your first 60 of tomorrow. So now let's talk about your physical space. Your environment affects your focus. So, a messy space equals a messy mind. Try to include these things in your routine tonight and see if it makes a difference. First, make your bed. Second, clear your workspace. And lastly, place your essentials like keys, water, clothes so that they're ready for the morning. This creates a welcoming physical start to your day. And lastly, before I close out, but certainly not least, before you fully close your eyes, spend a moment reflecting on gratitude, wins, and intentions. Not obligations, intentions. This creates focus without pressure. If you're being intentional with your evening routine, it should bring you closure on the day, should bring you clarity for the next day. It should bring a calmer nervous system and a brain that's primed and ready for focus, not catch up. Remember, you don't have to do everything perfectly. Start with just 1 or 2 habits and build from there. So, here's my challenge to you for the next week. Choose 2 things from this routine and do them every night before bed. Track how it changes your mornings and your stress levels. You deserve mornings that feel productive, not panic driven. That's all for this week's episode of Productivity Boosters and Stress Reducers. Be sure to check back soon for our next episode. I'll be discussing creating a not to do list. More specifically, why sometimes the biggest productivity boost isn't doing more. It's deciding you don't have to do it all yourself. If you want to learn more about evening routines for a clear tomorrow, have feedback about this episode, or a specific topic you'd like to hear about in the future, please email me at info@yourchoice-concierge.com. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for listening. I'm Stephanie Heeb, and I hope you'll join me next time for more tips and tricks to live a productive and efficient life, professionally and personally. Thanks again to our sponsor, Your Choice Concierge. Until next time, productive people.